The ex-president of Nigeria, Muhammad Buhari, is dead, but there is a controversy. The announcement was by his former, one of his media aides, Bashir Ahmad. Okay, he said the family of the former president has announced the passing on of the former president, Muhammad Buhari, GCFR, this afternoon in a clinic in London. Okay, so see the date to confirm. It's today, just a few hours ago. So now, here's the controversy. There's somebody called Nnamdi Kanu. This is Nnamdi Kanu. He has been in jail for years now. I'm thinking almost 4 years or more, 4 to 6 years. So he has been. Nnamdi Kanu was trying to inspire his people to break off from Nigeria, a section of Nigeria, and he was saying that time, when Buhari was president, that Buhari was already dead, and then they swapped him. They brought a clone of him called Jubril. He said then that Jubril was the one ruling Nigeria, not Buhari. And then, so he was saying that he has two challenges for Buhari. Number one, for Buhari to come out and do a live conference, and reporters will ask him questions. You know the way Trump is doing it every day. Nobody's arguing whether Trump is alive or not. Is live, right? He said Buhari should come out and do such conference live. You know? And he said Buhari never did it throughout. Okay? He now said the second challenge is that the Jubril, you understand, the Buhari, that to prove that he's still the same old Buhari that won the Nigerian elections, that he should speak his native tongue, which Nnamdi Kanu claimed to be Fulfude, as a Fulani man, that he should be able to speak Fulfude. He said that one that they brought from, is it Sudan, the Jubril, the replacement Buhari that was ruling Nigeria, that was cloned. He said that one cannot speak Buhari's language. Bro, he has millions of followers. His followers bought the idea. It was funny, but actually, those two challenges were never completed. So now his followers are coming out to say that he was always right. They just covered it up and just decided to announce it now, that the man was already dead since, 4 to 6 years ago. The man was dead and gone. They swapped him with Jubril al-Sudani. So I want to know, you listening to this, do you agree with Nnamdi Kanu or with Buhari? To him, RIP. Buhari ruled Nigeria for, I think, a total of 10 years or so. Correct me if I'm wrong. 1981 to 83, I think 2 years, roughly. And then 8 years, in the past 8 years. Now, people have been, if you go to Twitter, people have been discussing about his legacy. Do you think he had a good legacy or not? From your own opinion, drop in the comments. Make sure you're following me. All right? Do you think he did something significantly good for Nigeria to push Nigeria forward? A citizen that had 10 years to rule his country, to have ultimate power. When he was in that 1983 period, he had ultimate power as military sole administrator of the whole country. So did he do enough within those 2 years? What of when he now became president twice? That is 8 years in total. Did he do enough? So do you sincerely think he did enough? Or what of those cursing at him? Those cursing at him are saying he did not do enough. He did not really. So which one do you think? But me personally, right? There was a time his son was said to have had a bike crash in Aso Rock. He was president then. So they flew the young man abroad into Germany, according to the story, allegedly. And then they were able to do some surgery on his head, and he was able to come back to normal, right? They fixed him there, basically. But then, according to the story I read that time, they first rushed him to a private hospital within the same Abuja, and then from there they prepared him for send-off to Germany, where they now did the proper treatment. But to me, that was a very pivotal moment in his presidency, because he would have used that moment to fix the clinic that was in Aso Rock in Abuja. You understand? And whatever government hospital is in Abuja, he would have used that opportunity to make sure that that hospital is up to standard, so that if there's any emergency, You know, you wouldn't have to be thinking of Germany. You just drive downtown and then you get. So to me, I was at that period watching how he's going to handle the case. You get. I was expecting him to step forward and say, where is the clinic in town? The Asoro clinic first. You understand? And then the whatever government hospital you have in Abuja there, upgrade everything. You know what Mark Zuckerberg did? The one that the CEO of Facebook. He and his wife went to the hospital downtown and told the hospital that we are giving you an open check. Anything you need in life to upgrade to any extent, document everything, we'll write you the check. You do all the upgrade, change all your equipment, reconstruct all your buildings, everything you need. Open check. Massive upgrade. And one of the reasons he did that is, I believe that if there is any health emergency, you know, the best place in the world to go will just be down the road. 5 minutes drive, 10 minutes drive. So this was where I really expected Buhari to step forward and fix or massively upgrade the government hospital there. Reconstruct the buildings, refurnish everything, republish, change the hostels where the doctors are staying, the whole equipment, you know, massively upgrade everything. I was expecting that. In case you don't know, in the 1980s, Dubai princes used to come to Nigeria for medical checkup. True life story. Go and check it out. This is what I'm talking about. Saudi Arabian royal family used to visit Nigeria for treatment. Health Minister 2020. Nigeria used to be the seat of health in the world not too long ago. But now, 2017, First Lady of Nigeria, the wife of Buhari, said there was no syringe in Asoro Clinic. Do you know how much a clinic has to, how dilapidated it has to be that there is no syringe? We're not talking about medical equipment, but syringe to do the most basic things. I'm not the one that said it. Look at it here. You see? Allegedly, oh, before they come and carry me. Allegedly. Look at the name of the guy that published it if you are looking for who to carry. First Lady Aisha Buhari, Aisha Buhari has condemned the management of Asoro Clinic, claiming that the health center does not have the facilities to treat patients. I'm not the one that said it. First Lady herself. Health center in the seat of power cannot treat patients. So these were pivotal moments I was expecting that, you know, the then president, Buhari, should have, you know, out of all the other things he has done, right, I expected him to really step up, massively upgrade that clinic, go downtown, fix the main hospital in town, massively. Now, how much did this clinic get? The State House Clinic got 9.4 billion naira in 10 years. This is almost 10 billion naira, yet no paracetamol, no syringe. 9 points, look at that, 9.4, that's 10 billion. When 10 billion was 10 billion, not now. Imagine the exchange rate back then imagine what 10 billion would be. That would be the equivalent of 40 to 50 billion naira now. You know, in Africa, I don't think we know how to do corruption well. If it is US now that somebody got 10 billion, if you go to that hospital, you will not notice that they have done corruption to steal part of the money. Because the person will still use the remaining money to do everything. You will not notice. You understand? But in Africa, we will carry everything. We will thief everything. It will be too obvious that not even 1 naira arrived at this clinic, to the point that syringe is missing. Do you understand what I'm saying? In Africa, we don't know how to do corruption. If it's US that did corruption on any project, you will go to that project, you'll be marveling that this is the best project in the world. You will not know that they have stolen money in the process. But in Africa, it will be so obvious, the project will not even start. They will award billions for airline, for the national airline. Till today, the airline is still on paper. It's not existing anywhere. So, medicals, if you're in power now listening to this, because sometimes you don't know who is watching, right? If you're a governor, if you're a president in any country in Africa, you have to put your feet down and solve health problems. Forget about solving it for the whole country. Target one and solve it decisively. One hospital, massively upgrade it. Most countries are within 3 hours of flight. The average country in Africa, within 3 hours of flight, you have covered the whole country. So that if somebody has an emergency within the country, they can simply get to their local airport and fly to the city where you have the best hospital. You don't have to fly out of the continent to get the most basic care. There was a politician in Kenya, is it Kenya, that went abroad. He was sick. He went to Germany or so and was treated. When he came back, he built a church to thank God. I found it. It's not even Kenya. Kenya is too good for this. This is Uganda. A politician in Uganda went abroad for cancer treatment, and when he came back, guess what? He built a church. Spent millions of people's money that he stole to build a church to thank God for giving him the opportunity to go abroad for cancer treatment. And he handed it over to the church, and the church collected it. Instead of church directing him that, look, go and build a hospital. Why did you fly to Germany? Like, he doesn't care that his people cannot afford to fly to Germany for such a treatment. And when he came back, instead of building a hospital so that the next person from his town, his tribe, will not have to go through what he went through, he built a church. Made them they pray. Made them they pray. Made them they pray. Africa. Who did us this then? I don't know who did this to us. I don't know. There's nobody who blame for this now. Is there any law or rule preventing him from this? All the money he used for this, building this church, do you know he would have just donated it to a local hospital and made sure that they actually used it well? Let me tell you, even if you don't buy medical equipment, if you top the salary of doctors, the health system will improve. Imagine taking 100 million naira, right, to a certain hospital and said, okay, instead of me buying equipment, one worth 50 million, one worth, all the doctors and nurses here, submit your names, everybody collect 1 million, 100 people. I'm telling you, the quality of health in that hospital will massively improve. Anytime you go to hospital and you see a doctor and you have money, donate to the guy. Gift him. Doctors are human beings. It's not only when somebody flaunts big nyash on TikTok that you start sending gifts. See a nurse in a hospital, gift the nurse. What of those cleaners? Gift them. Africans need to wake up, okay? When it comes to health, Africa need to, especially the Africans that manage to get in power, because most times you're in power, you are physically fit, you can easily enter a flight and fly abroad, and sometimes it makes you forget that the people also need it too. So RIP to Buhari. By all means, a very exceptional achiever, high achiever. Being president twice, he was the petroleum minister, and a whole lot of other positions he occupied. That's a high achiever by any means, any way, any rating you want to use to rate it. So RIP to him, and may his family have the fortitude to bear the loss.